There are days that don't look dramatic, but they weigh everything. Days where you held your tone steady when your heart was trembling. Days where you answered calls, gave advice, prayed for grown children who don't know you're praying. Days where you smiled for others and saved your tears for the shower. And tonight, instead of asking for something, we are saying something. Thank you. I didn't collapse today, that was grace. I didn't say everything I wanted to say, that was mercy. I didn't fall apart when the news came, that was you holding my ribs together. I kept showing up, I kept loving, I kept believing when it would have been easier to numb out. And I know it wasn't my strength, it was yours. The book of Lamentations chapter 3 verses 22 and 23 say, it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because His compassions fail not, they are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Not consumed, not undone, not swallowed by the weight. New mercies, not recycled patience, not leftover grace, anew. So today wasn't survived by willpower, it was carried by compassion. Thank you for carrying me today, for the strength I didn't see, for the breath when I felt tight inside, for watching over me. Thank you for quiet mercies that led me in unseen ways. I didn't hold my whole world up, you carried me today. I've been the bridge between generations, holding stories from the past and prayers for the future. I've carried names in my chest longer than anyone knows, but you never asked me to be everyone's savior. You asked me to trust a shepherd. The book of Psalms chapter 23 verse 2 says, He making me to lie down in green pastures, He leading me beside the still waters, making me. Sometimes He has to gently slow us. Still waters, not chaos, not urgency, provision without panic. So when I finally sit down tonight, it isn't neglect, it's obedience. So I surrender everything, not because I'm quitting, but because I trust. I release the outcomes, I release the timeline, I release the fear that it all depends on me. Thank you for carrying me today, for the strength I didn't see, for the calm that came at just the right time, for watching over me. Thank you for unseen protection when my mind ran far away. I didn't hold my world up, you carried me today. I thought I had to drag the burden to prove I cared, but you invited me to exchange it. The Gospel according to Matthew chapter 11 verses 28 through 30 say, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Rest is not weakness, it is a commanded gift. The exchange is not symbolic, it is real. I playing, the voice that says nothing will change, that the worst will happen. I answer it with gratitude, because gratitude is a shield. Gratitude says He has carried me before, He will carry me again. Thank you for carrying me today, for the ways I didn't see, for the mercy that ran my fear, for watching over me. New mercies met me in the morning, new mercies closed my day. I didn't hold my whole world up. You carried me today, you carried me, and I can rest. The Lord bless thee and keep thee, and tonight I sleep, not because life is light, but because God is faithful. Yeah. I'll thank you before it changes, I'll praise you while it's still unclear, 'cause gratitude shuts the door on panic when the midnight tape appears. I'll thank you before the answer, before the breakthrough meets my day. You've carried me this far already, so I'll give you thanks this way. Some worship is Sunday worship, but some worship is the kind you do when nothing has resolved yet, when you're still waiting on the call, still holding your breath, still living with the ache. That's when Thanksgiving becomes holy warfare. Not loud, not dramatic, but steady. Oh, my mind tries to predict tomorrow, like fear is a form of wisdom. It pulls old memories into the present and calls them realism. But I've seen you show up too many times to let dread disciple me. So I lift a quiet thank you right where anxiety used to be. Not because I'm denying pain, because I'm declaring who you are. The epistle to the Philippians chapter 4 verse 6 says, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. With thanksgiving, not after it's all thanksgiving, while it's still heavy. So I bring my requests, yes, but I bring thanks with them as a confession. God is faithful even here. Thank you. Right here in the waiting. Thank you. Right here in the ache. Thank you. When I can't control the outcome, you still make a way. Thank you. You're steady and holy. Thank you. You're near, not far. Gratitude is my shelter. You are who you are. Like it's mine to manufacture. Never asked me to hold the whole world, you asked me to come closer. So here's my offering tonight. Not perfection, not performance, but surrender with gratitude. Yes, a softened grip. The Gospel according to Matthew chapter 11 verse 29 said, take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your soul. Learn of me, not learn to hustle harder. Rest unto your souls, not just your schedule, your soul. So the exchange is this, I release the heavy yoke of self-management and receive the gentle yoke of Christ. And gratitude is how I accept it. Thank you. Thank you. will change, I answer. If you gave me mercy this morning, you'll give me mercy again. If you kept me through yesterday, you'll keep me through tomorrow. So I don't worship fear, I worship the God who keeps it. The book of Psalms, chapter 42, verse 5 says, why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted in me? Hope thou in God. This is the soul being shepherded by truth, not shame, shepherded it. So I speak hope to my disquieted soul, and I wrap it thanksgiving. Gratitude is my shelter. You are who you are. I'll thank you before it changes, and sleep in your faithfulness. Visible but real. I held conversations that took everything in me. I carried love that didn't get returned the way I hoped. And I wondered if my faith was too small, because my feelings were heavy. But then grace did what grace always does. It didn't ask me to be impressive. It met me in the pause before cynicism felt easier. I didn't feel triumphant, I felt sustained.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 7, verse 12 says, then Samuel took a stone and set it, and called the name of it Ebenezer, saying, hitherto hath the Lord helped us.
So I named my Ebenezer, not as a monument to me, but as evidence of you. All the way up to this moment, held in present tense in my memory. Not just me, but the ones you carried through me. You helped me. All the way, you helped me. If you brought me here, you won't drop me now. I raise an Ebenezer in the middle of my doubt. Hitherto you helped me, and hope can breathe again. Oh, you helped me. Some help looked like protection, the harm that didn't reach me. Some help looked like restraint. You held my tongue when anger wanted control. Some help like endurance. I finished what I thought would finish me. Some help looked like comfort, a calm that came without explanation. And some help looked like conviction. You corrected me without crushing me, because you don't only carry us for chapter 12, verse 6 says, "For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth." So even correction is mercy. Even discipline is proof of love. You don't abandon your daughter. You train them. You don't shame the weary. You strengthen them. Hitherto, you help me. Oh, hitherto, you help me. All the way, you help me. If you brought me here, you help me. If you brought me here, you won't drop me now. Then you will help me hereafter. Oh, then you will help me hereafter. So my gratitude is not only memory, it is confidence. Because your help has a pattern, faithfulness.
The epistle to the Philippians, chapter 1, verse 6 says, "Being confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ."
Oh, hitherto, you help me. All the way, you help me. If you brought me here, you won't drop me now. Raise an Ebenezer, lay my worries down. Hitherto, you help me. So I can rest. Some thank yous are not for the miracles people can point to. They're for the invisible rescues. For the moment you didn't break. For the night you didn't spiral. For the sentence you didn't say. For the strength that showed up without announcing itself. This one is for the unseen. Thank you for the small protections, the ones I didn't recognize as mercy, until the day was over. Thank you for closing a door I was too tired to see was dangerous. Thank you for keeping my heart steady while my hands kept moving. I walked through the day with quiet wars inside me, but you were fighting too, and you didn't let me be consumed. Your book of Psalms, chapter 121, verse 3 said, "He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber." And verse 4 says, "Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep." So when my eyes were heavy, you were not. When I was unaware, you were attentive. When I couldn't guard my own heart, you kept me. Thank you for keeping me when I couldn't keep myself. Thank you for watching over me in the parts nobody else could help. Be my sanctuary in the dark, be my hiding place in the night. Thank you for keeping me till the morning light. I learned how to look fine, how to keep my voice steady, how to be the one people call when they're falling apart. But there's a fatigue that comes from holding yourself upright for everyone else, and I don't always admit how much I need you. So thank you for the mercy that didn't wait for me to say it perfectly. Thank you for meeting me before my words could fall. The book book of Psalms, chapter 116, verse 6 says, "The Lord preserveth the simple, I was brought low, and He helped me, preserveth, keeps, guards, protects. I was brought low, not heroic, not polished, low, and He helped me not after I proved myself when I was low. So my gratitude isn't performance, it's testimony. So I surrender the urge to look strong all the time. I surrender the shame of needing help. I let dependence be worship. Thank you for keeping me when I couldn't keep myself. Thank you for watching over me in the parts nobody else could help. Be my sanctuary in the dark, be my hiding place in the night. Thank you for keeping me till the morning light. I didn't see the angels, I didn't hear the warfare, I didn't watch you rearrange the unseen, but I can feel the evidence. I'm still here, still believing, still breathing. So my thank you is for your hidden work, the kind that doesn't trend but saves. The book of Psalms, chapter 4, verse 8 says, "I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for Thou, Lord, only making me dwell in safety. Only, not my planning, not my strength, not my control, You only. So I lay down in peace." Thank you for keeping me. Thank you for watching over me. Be my sanctuary in the dark till the morning peace. Keeping me. Thank you for watching over me. Keeping me. Be my sanctuary in the dark till the morning light, making me dwell in safety. There were days I thought I was gonna lose it. Now I lose faith, now I lose you, I lose myself, and somehow I didn't. I remember standing in the kitchen, staring at nothing, trying to gather strength for a conversation I didn't wanna have. I remember driving in silence with tears I refused to let fall, because I had to be composed for someone else. I remember the weight pressing down like the air had thickened. I whispered, not eloquently, just barely helped me. And the moment didn't explode into miracles, it's steady. That was you. The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 18 says, "When I set my foot slippeth, Thy mercy, O Lord, held me up. I didn't know I was slipping until later. I didn't know how close I was to saying something I would regret, to collapsing into despair to hate my heart. But mercy held me up before I knew I needed holding. You didn't let me break, You didn't let me fall apart. When the pressure hit my chest, You guarded my heart. Not loud, not dramatic, just steady in a way I thought I survived the day, but You didn't let me break. There were fears that visited quietly, late at night, whispering, what if it all collapses? There were doubts that tried to rewrite what I know about You, but something stronger kept speaking. Not panic, not denial, truth that I've seen You be faithful before, truth that I've watched You redeem worse, truth that my life has never been random, and instead of spiraling, I stayed. So the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 2 says, "When Thou passest through rivers, they shall not overflow thee. I passed through waters, they rose high, but they did not take me under. That is not because I am stronger, it is because you are present. So my gratitude tonight is not shallow, it comes from the edge, from almost losing hope, almost losing peace, almost losing softness. But I didn't let me break, you didn't let me fall apart. When the pressure hit my chest, you guarded my heart through every unseen rescue, through every narrow escape. I thought I survived the day, but you didn't let me break. If I am still tender, you did that. If I am still believing, you did that. If I can still love without fear consuming me, you did that, you did that. You kept my mind, you kept my faith, you kept my spirit alive. Second Epistle to Timothy, chapter 4, verse 18 says, "And the Lord shall deliver me from every evil work, and will preserve me unto his heavenly kingdom." You didn't let me break, you didn't let me break, you didn't let me lose my way through every unseen protection. You carry me today, and my heart overflows with love for the God who never sleeps. I thought I made it through, but you are keeping me. And that is why I love you. I traded my weight for your rest, and I'm still learning how to breathe. I laid my fear at your feet, and you laid your peace on me. I don't have to prove I'm strong. I don't have to hold my life alone. Thank you for the exchange, Lord. You brought me home. I came to you with my shoulders tense, with my jaw clenched tight in prayer, like I was asking for help, but still trying to stay in control. I brought you the unspoken pressure. Be the peacemaker, be the caregiver, be the steady one, be the answer for everyone else. And you didn't shame me for caring too much. You invited me to set it down, not in the void. In you, the gospel according to Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." He doesn't say come when you fixed it. He says come when you're heavy. So I came heavy and you gave rest. So here are my worries, Lord, take them. Here is my hurry, slow it. Here is my need to manage outcomes, undo it. I open my hands, I stop gripping. I let your kindness lead me into trust. Thank you for the exchange. You took my heavy, gave me peace. For the exchange, you carried what I couldn't keep. My burden got lighter in your presence. My soul found air again. Thank you for the exchange. I'm resting in your hands. I thought rest was irresponsible. I thought if I stop worrying, I stop loving. But you're teaching me worry is not proof of love, it's proof I forgot who's God. So gratitude becomes my new language. Thank you for being strong when I am not. Thank you for governing what I cannot control. Thank you for carrying what I cannot heal. And that gratitude is not denial, it is surrender with faith. The Gospel according to Matthew chapter 11 verse 29 says, take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I'm meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your soul. Rest unto your souls, not just a nap, but settling meek and lowly. Christ is not harsh with the weary, so the yoke is light, because the one carrying it with you is gentle, is gentle, is gentle. I surrender everything, I release it. I thank you for carrying me. I surrender everything, I release it. I thank you for carrying me. The book of Psalms chapter 62 verse 1 says, truly my soul waiteth upon God, from him cometh my salvation. Waiteth settles, so I don't chase peace, I wait upon God. Thank you for the exchange, you took my heavy, gave me peace. For the exchange, you carried what I couldn't keep. My burden got lighter in your presence, my soul found air again. Thank you for the exchange, I'm resting in your hands. I traded my weight for your rest. Father, I confess something gently. I thought I was stronger than I am. I thought my endurance is discipline. I thought my composure was maturity. I thought my steadiness was self-control. But when the pressure increased, I felt the cracks, and instead of letting me shatter, you carry me quietly, not dramatically, not publicly, quietly. You steadied my reactions, you softened my tone. You kept bitterness from rooting in me, and I didn't even see happiness. The book of Psalms, chapter 103, verse 10 says, he hath not dealt with us after our sins, nor rewarded us according to our iniquities. You restrained judgment I deserve. You showed patience where I wasn't perfect. You corrected me without exposing me. That is not small mercy, that is covenant mercy. I bow low in this gratitude, not because life is easy, but because you are holy. You did not give me what I earned, you gave me what you promised. My heart trembles at your kindness. There were moments today when pride tried to rise, moments when exhaustion tried to harden me, moments when fear tried to speak louder than faith. And yet you kept my spirit tender. You did not let me become cynical. You did not let me close up. You did not let the midnight voice rewrite my theology. Instead you kept me near. The book of Psalms, chapter 130, verse 3 and 4 say, if thou, Lord, shouldest mark iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. You forgive so that reverence grows. You pardon so that love deepens. You cleanse so that worship becomes honest. So my gratitude tonight is not casual. It is born from knowing I would not stand if you were not merciful. I bow low in this gratitude. My voice is soft but sure. You kept me when I was weak. You preserved what was pure, not
book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 22 says, "It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed." Not consumed by fear, not consumed by pride, not consumed by despair. New mercies met me before I knew I needed them. That is why my praise is low, because my dependence is real. I bow low in this gratitude. You carried me again. You did not let my weakness win. You kept my heart within. Holy God, I worship you. Not for spectacle, not for show, but because I know who I am. And I know you carried me so. If thou shouldest mark iniquities, who shall stand? And still you let me stand. Father, I confess something gently. Father. It starts the same way. A quiet house, a tired body and a mind that refuses to turn off. Old scenes replay, worst case futures assemble, and fear begins to preach softly, confidently, like it knows you. That's the midnight tape.
And it always tries the same, like nothing will change. You're alone in this, the worst is coming.
So tonight,
We don't wrestle it with noise, we answer it with scripture, and we answer it with thanksgiving. I was fine until the lights went out, then the thoughts got loud. I started remembering what I can't fix, rehearsing what I can't control, imagining endings you never wrote. My chest got tight, my breathing got shallow, and I tried to pray, but fear kept interrupting every sentence. So I did the only thing I could do. I named you, not the problem, not the threat, you. The book of Psalms, chapter 77, verse 11 says, I will remember the works of the Lord. Surely I will remember thy wonders of old. So I remember, and the tape gets quieter. I remember, and my soul sits down, because the midnight tape hates memory, it hates testimony, it hates the evidence of faithfulness. It wants me trapped in the unknown, but gratitude pulls me into truth. I have been carried before, I have been kept before. I have seen you make a way when I had no language for hope. So I don't thank you to perform, I thank you to fight. I thank you because it shifts my attention from threat to Father. The epistle to the Philippians, chapter 4, verse 6 says, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God when the tape starts playing. I answer with thanksgiving when fear starts talking. I answer with your faithfulness. I don't magnify the word, I magnify the Lord, and the room gets quieter when my worship fills the dark. So breathe with me, not fast, slow. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw unclench. And if you can't find a big reason to be grateful, start small, start true. Thank you for breath, thank you for a bed. Thank you that I'm still here, thank you that mercy met me this morning. Thank you that you have never slept all my life. You don't need perfect gratitude, you need honest gratitude. The kind that turns your face toward God when you wanna turn inward. The book of Psalms, chapter 4, verse 8 says, I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makes me dwell in safety. And if the tape says you're alone, I answer with truth. The book of Psalms, chapter 121, verse 4 says, behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. So while my eyes close, God stays awake. While my mind tries to predict disaster, God guards my soul. And I thank Him, not because every answer is here, but because He is. When the tape starts playing, I answer with thanksgiving. When fear starts talking, I answer with your faithfulness. I don't magnify the worry, I magnify the worry, and the room gets quieter when my worship fills the dark. I answer with thanksgiving. I answer with your faithfulness. I answer with thanksgiving. I answer. I will lay me down in peace and sleep. Didn't notice it while it was happening. I was too busy surviving, too busy holding conversations together, too busy keeping the house from feeling the tension, too busy praying for everyone else to recognize you were quietly holding me. But when I look back, I see your hands. There were days I thought I was barely making it, but I made it. There were words I didn't have the strength to speak, but grace spoke for me. There were decisions that scared me to make, but something steadied my steps, and I called it doing my best. But now I know better. It was providence, it was the invisible government of God, keeping me from unraveling. The book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 23 says, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and He delighteth in His way. Ordered, not random, not accidental. And verse 24 continues, though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with His hand upheld. So when I thought I was barely standing, I was actually being held. You were there, even when I didn't feel. You were steady when I was split inside. Thought I was surviving, I was being carried, but I was being carried. There were nights I lay awake with the future pressed against my ribs. I imagine worst case endings, I rehearse conversations that never happened. I braced for losses that never came, and still morning arrived. Not because I solved it, but because you sustained it. I didn't lose my mind, I didn't lose my faith, I didn't lose myself. That wasn't love, that was mercy. The book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 22 says, it is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed. Not consumed by fear, not consumed by regret, not consumed by exhaustion. And verse 23 says, they are new every
celebration. But tonight it feels softer, it feels like tears in a quiet room when you realize you didn't get here by yourself. You were shielding conversations, you were softening outcomes, you were restraining harm I never saw. There are disasters I was never aware of, doors I never knew were closed, battles I never knew were fought, and heaven knows what could have happened. The book of Psalms, chapter 121, verse 7 says, the Lord shall preserve thee from all evil, he shall preserve thy soul. Preserve, guard from decay, keep intact, so my sanity, my faith, my tenderness will not self-reduce it. I see it now, the near misses, the strength I didn't manufacture, the peace that didn't match my circumstances. You were not absent, you were attentive. You were not silent, you were sustaining. You were not distant, you were dwelling in my weakness and my tears, in my unspoken prayers. The book of Isaiah, chapter 57, verse 15 says, I dwell with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble, and to revive the heart of the contrite ones. Revive. So even when I felt small, you were present. When I look back, I see your hand steadying steps I didn't know were shaking, guarding doors I didn't see were dangerous, holding tears I thought were mine alone. You were faithful in the quiet, faithful in the strain. When I look back, I see your hands and I rest in them again. I thought I was just making it through, but you were carrying me all along.
There are things I survived that I never processed, moments I move through without realizing how close I was to breaking. Gratitude doesn't always shout, sometimes it trembles. Tonight it trembles. I remember the day the phone rang, how my chest tightened before I answered. I remember the words landing heavy, like gravity had shifted in the room. I stayed calm, I stayed functional. I said what needed to be said, but I didn't know how fragile I actually was. And then, looking back, I see it. You were stabilizing what I couldn't name. Yeah. The book of Psalms, chapter 66, verse 9 says, which holdeth our soul in life and suffereth not our feet to be moved. You were holding my soul when my composure looked strong. You were preventing collapse when I didn't even know I was near the edge. Between the breaths I didn't notice, you were there too. Between the strength I thought was mine, it was you. I thought I was holding steady, but I was being held. There were nights I didn't pray eloquently, I just lay still, staring into the dark, too tired to arrange words. And somehow morning came without the catastrophe I imagined. The worst case future never arrived, the dread lost its teeth. The world kept turning and I kept breathing. The book of Job, chapter 12, verse 10 says, in whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind. You held my breath before I inhaled it. You sustained my pulse before I acknowledged it. You were the quiet underneath the noise, the steady under my feet. You were the reason I didn't fall apart when everything fell near. Not dramatic, not loud, just faithful and true. Between the breaths I didn't notice, it was always you. I've been strong so long, I forgot strength isn't self-made. I've worn composure like armor, but armor is heavy after years. And gratitude tonight is not for something new, it's for what didn't happen. For the breakdown that didn't come, for the bitterness that didn't take root, for the despair that didn't swallow me whole. I was preserved. The book of Psalms, chapter 31, verse 23 says, and for the Lord preserveth the faithful. Preserved in my tenderness, preserved in my mind, preserved in my ability to still believe. You were rearranging outcomes, softening blows. I never saw a shielding conversations, holding back harm. And I walked through the day thinking I was alone in it, but heaven was not idle. You were attentive to every detail I would only recognize later. The book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 30 says, as for God, his way is perfect. Your way was perfect. Even when I called it confusing, even when I called it delay, even when I called it silence. You were the quiet underneath the noise, the steady under my feet. You were the reason I'm still standing, and the reason I'm still here. Between the tears I never showed, between the prayers I couldn't speak, you were the strength I didn't know was holding me so deep. Between the breath, you were there, you were there, and that is enough. And that is enough. There is a freedom in admitting I am not in control, because control is exhausting, and it never truly belonged to me. So I'm learning the holy relief of being watched over, not by an idea, by a keeper. My hands can't hold the whole world at night. My mind can't patrol every hallway of tomorrow. My heart can't predict what will happen to the ones I love. And I used to think staying awake inside was the same thing as being responsible. But you've been gently teaching me responsibility has a limit, and beyond that limit is your care. So I'm letting my body be human and letting you be God. The book of Psalms, chapter 121, verse 5 says, the Lord is thy keeper. And verse 7 says, the Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. While I sleep, you keep watching over me. When my mind lets go, your eyes still see. I'm not held by my control, I'm held by your love so deep. While I sleep, you keep. I release the illusion that worry is protection. I release the habit of bracing for prey. I release the midnight rehearsals that steal tomorrow before it comes. Because you don't only care when I pray, you care when I can. You don't only guard what I notice, you guard what I never see. And if you are my keeper, then even my unconscious hours are covered. The book of Psalms, chapter 3, verse 5 says, I laid me down and slept, I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. So I breathe in trust, I breathe out fear. I lay down my inner vigilance and let your faithfulness stand watch. While I sleep, you keep watching over me, watching over me. When my mind lets go, your eyes still see. The book of Psalms, chapter 121, verse 3 says, he will not suffer thy foot to be moved, he that keepeth thee will not slumber. And verse 4 says, behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. So the night is not a gap in your care, sleep is not a pause in your protection. My lack of control is not a weakness in your governance. It's an invitation to trust the God who never nods off.
I see you keep watching over me.
When my mind lets go, your eyes still see.
Never sleep, never sleep, never sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper, and I can finally rest.